What did I say? What did I say? I've been saying this for the past week and nobody believed me. Never doubt that man when it comes to your own derby. Never undermine him. Never doubt him. Never don't have confidence in him. Because in these games, he always bloody turns up. And I fucking love it. Lazio 0, Roma 1. We've broken the algorithm, guys. After 9 years, we managed to win an away derby. Gasperini's first derby. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so relieved. I am so relieved. I'm so happy, guys. I'm the happiest man on earth. There's something about post-derby feelings that nobody will ever beat. A post-derby feeling is better than everything this world could ever see. And to win it like this, to win it with Pellegrini shushing everyone up, it's like, this is life. This is genuinely, you know the word, it's written in the stars. It's exactly, like, to prove that statement, if somebody asks you, can you prove me the statement, it's written in the stars, you show them this game, because it was written in the stars. It was written in the stars. It was written in the Milky Way. That, you could see this through a mile. You could see this from a mile through a glass wall, that after being stripped of his captain armband, after being publicly, basically put away by his own club, derby, he starts and he scores. It was written in the stars. I can't stress this enough. It was going to happen. Like, there was no world where it was not going to happen, and it did happen. And it won us the game. I am so happy. I'm so happy. Now, I genuinely got back from the stadium like 3 hours ago. So I edited match reaction, vlog on Instagram, vlog on TikTok. I'm cooked. I didn't have time to rewatch the game. So as always, this is a warm match reaction. We will have a colder match reaction Zoom tomorrow. I want to speak about the game, of course. I want to see what I saw, man of the match. I want to speak about Lazio. And I want to speak about Pellegrini, because I think he deserves this so much. And I'm the first one that has questioned his performances lately. And it's right to question his performances, because the reality is that his performances for the past 8 months have not been good, through fitness problems and everything. They haven't been good, and it would be a lie not to say that they haven't been good. So, Pellegrini's performances haven't been amazing, but and I have questioned him. I am the first one to say that I think you really need a big masterclass of a job in order to get Pellegrini back. Gasperini said this in the press conference. I can work on this, but I cannot be the only one who wants this to happen. The fans need to help me, the club needs to help me, and he himself needs to help me. If all of these work together, we can get Pellegrini back. I'm the first one to admit, I don't think it's easy to get Pellegrini back. I think you need to work your magic. I think you have to have a lot of constellations aligning in order for the club to even consider him staying another season. I think the club has publicly said that they don't want him anymore. And today's reaction to the goal and today's post-match interview is the interview of a man who is being forced out, who doesn't want to leave, but he is being forced out by his club. So, I mean, look, I've got so many things to say about Pellegrini. I want to make one thing clear to myself, to everyone watching, to every Roma fan who has questioned Pellegrini before. You can question his performances, absolutely, but there's one thing that I have never questioned, and there's one thing that I get mad if people question, and that's his love for this football club. It really is. I think that man has gone through so much shit in the last 5 months that to even be in a position today to score a goal in the winning derby is something that God wanted to make it happen. And I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him because he deserves this so much, regardless of how he's played in the past. He deserves this a lot. He deserves this a lot on a human level. You know, it's not easy for your boyhood club to put you out. It's not easy for you, who he is, even an emotionally weak player, because he suffers for this club. He suffers emotionally for his football club. So I can only imagine what he went through when his own club and this new manager decided to strip the captaincy armband off him. Pellegrini has gone through a lot. Pellegrini has gone through a lot. And this goal today is, as I said before, it was written in the stars that it was going to happen. But I wanna zoom into Pellegrini in a second. Man, hit that like button first of all. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Everything is out. Vlog. This is your match reaction. Tomorrow we'll do another zoom into. So we've got you covered. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe first of all. Let's speak about the game. First of all, I wanna let a mention on the choreos, on the tifos tonight. Today they were bad. I did not like the tifos one bit. I did not like our tifo even. I think they were bad tifos today. They were. I'll be honest. Our tifo wasn't good. That little wolf that they created looked like what's it called? Oh my god, I can't get the word. Yeah, it looked like a wild boar. Like that. I get the idea. It was a fun idea, but the wolf today looked like a wild boar. And their tifo, that guy looked like Tintin. You know Tintin from the magazines. What's his name? Tintin. Yeah, I was not a fan of the tifos today. They were good. The atmosphere was great. But I wasn't a massive fan of the tifos. I was not part of the tifo, unfortunately. I was a bit on the curve. Right, let's speak about the game. I want to first of all speak about Lazio. I try to be as objective as possible in these match reactions. Of course, understand that I'm a Roma fan and that they are my biggest rivals. So I will never hesitate to attack them. But I think a lot of Lazio fans will agree on this today. It was a pretty equal game, but Lazio is so bad on a technical point of view. They are so bad on a technical point of view. I think, I've said this yesterday, this team, like, their biggest mistake this summer was to get Sarri back, with knowing that they wouldn't have bought any players, because this team, with these players, the last manager you need is Sarri. I'm sorry, but Lazio is technically disgusting. They don't have one good technical player. People say Zaccagni. Yeah, Zaccagni is clearly the best, but Zaccagni is not that technical player that wins you big games. Zaccagni is a player that can score you a great goal against Verona, but name me a game apart from the Euros against Croatia with Italy that Zaccagni scored in a big game and won them the points. Lazio are not a good team at all. They are they lack a lot of technique. And I mean, that goal that Boulaye Dia missed. Like, how do you miss that? I'm convinced that I think everyone would have scored that one. Now, of course, you have Svilor in goal. It's never easy to go past him. But he, like, completely missed the goal. It's not even that Svilor saved it. How do you miss that? Like, the technical level of that Lazio team is disgusting. It's very bad. And I'm not even surprised that they lost 3 games out of 4. I'm not. Because these players, a lot of their players are mid-table players. And I'm not even joking. By the way, can we all speak about the analysis that we gave in the match preview? I think that match preview for this derby, we got everything right. Low scoring game, Pellegrini scoring in the game. And then we said that compared to other derbies, the shithouser was going to be less. And I agree. I think the shithouser today, of course, there was going to be shithousery always, but it was less than other derbies. because Paredes wasn't there, Dybala wasn't there. The last 10 minutes, of course, everyone fought against each other, but that's what happens in every derby. But there weren't mega fights today. So that's what I'll say about them. I was not surprised by Lazio one bit. I think they lack a lot of technique. We're better than them. We lack players that win you games single-handedly. And if it wasn't for that mistake that Nuno Tavares made, I'm not sure we would have won this game, I'll be honest. But we have players, like, for instance, Kone. Like Kone, a player like Kone, Lazio can only and forever dream about. And I still need to read people in comments of my videos or on Instagram or on TikTok go, you're overhyping Kone too much. Like, please just go away. You clearly have never seen a game of football. If Kone had precision in his feet, and if Kone would be able to score goals for fun and be more prominent in the offensive section, Kone would be starting in Real Madrid's midfield. I am not exaggerating when I say this. I am not. Like, people who don't conceptualize not only the importance but how underrated Manu Kone is. Today he was immense. If Kone had a shot, he would be playing at Real Madrid. I'm not joking. He is better than Tchouaméni. He is. He's better than Tchouaméni. He's better than Camavinga. Get those three Frenchies together. He's the best. The only issue he has is that he doesn't have a shot. If he had a shot, he wouldn't be in our team right now. He'd be starting at Real Madrid or at Barcelona or at Arsenal or at Man City. So, like, I am in love with Manu Kone because I love those players. I grew up with N'Golo Kante. Like, I am one of the biggest N'Golo Kante lovers out there. I love him. I think he is one of my favorite players. And I love Kone so much because he reminds me of Kante. I'm not comparing the two. No, because Prime Kante was something illegal to describe. But Kone is such a player. He's very similar. He's everywhere. He's immense. So you see, even just one player like Kone, like Lazio can absolutely dream about him. And it's the player which changes the equilibrium in these games, which puts a pressing shift, which puts an intensity shift. I would say today, man of the match is Kone. Honourable mention, very honourable mention. I know a lot of people will agree with me on this one. Devni Wrench. What a derby. What a derby from Wrench. Great game. He's never played a derby before. He was not even supposed to start this game because Wesley is our starting fullback. Started today, pressure on him, played perfectly. Played a perfect game. Very good game from him. I think, again, look, we don't focus on the negatives after a derby win because we don't. Who focuses on the negative aspects of a game after a derby win? Nobody. But if there's one thing that still worries me is our ability in scoring goals. If it wasn't for that Nuno Tavares mistake, which again, we invited him to make that mistake because that's the number one concept of Gasperini ball, pressing high. That's something that last season, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we would have never done. So what led to the goal is something that Gasperini has brought. It's that pressing of three players towards their defense line. He loses the ball, Pellegrini scores. But I think the problem with Roma right now is not a defensive problem, it's the opposite. It's scoring goals. I think we struggle scoring goals. We struggle creating chances. We struggle to create good chances. And look, I think, again, it's something that I don't want to focus on right now. I really don't care. Really don't care. But it's something that, you know, whenever we lose the next game and that defeat to reality bite kicks in again, it's definitely one thing that we will mention. I see a very sterile team up to now. Ferguson I like because I think Ferguson adds something that our other strikers don't add. He adds presence. But the issue with Ferguson is that he's never... He he doesn't occupy the box much. And then you're probably going to say to me, well, you don't like Dovbyk because he's only in the box. I agree. That's why we have two very different strikers, because we've got a striker who loves to play in the box like Dovbyk and somebody who loves to play outside the box like Ferguson. And you don't have an in-between. I think Ferguson is not a goal scorer striker. He is a Zirkzee type striker who sets the play, adds presence, adds weight and height and pressing, absolutely. But I don't see in him the striker that we can rely on to score goals and win us games. As I said many times, I think our only threat up front, up to now in these first 4 games of the season, has only been Sule, which today I think didn't really do much. I think he was pocketed pretty well. He didn't play badly. I'm not saying he played badly, but he didn't really do much. But yeah, I mean, not everyone did a lot today. I think there was definitely a component of luck. I'm not gonna hide this. There was a component of luck because you scored a goal exploiting their mistake, and they hit a crossbar, Cataldi in one of the last minutes. So yeah, I'm not gonna hide the fact that there was an element of luck today. But as we said yesterday, in the match preview, in the press conference reaction, something that Gasperini focused on in the press conference. How do you win derbies? By exploiting moments, by exploiting mistakes. And what happened today? You exploited a mistake, you took a good chance of a moment, and you won the game, and you're back with 3 points. 3 wins out of 4. That Torino defeat really was surprising. Torino, who today lost 3-0 at home to Atalanta. Yeah, that defeat hurts even more now because we could have easily gone like full points. But look, again, it's an educational defeat. I'm sure about it. Gasperini will be buzzing about this one. First derby, first win. Yeah, look, the last thing defense today also very solid. Ndika played a great game. Wrench played a great game. Mancini played a great game. The only player that I'm still not convinced of in this start to the season is Angelino. I said this prediction a few days ago. I think in the long term, Tsimikas will overrule Angelino. Yeah, I really think that. I think maybe not now, but moving closer to Christmas and into the second part of the season, I think Tsimikas will tip Angelino because I think Gasperini prefers Tsimikas to Angelino. Angelino hasn't played amazing in these first 4 games. He's made a lot of mistakes, which is unusual for him. But yeah, he wasn't horrendous today, but he was definitely not one of the best. Yeah, look, last thing, Pellegrini. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. Basically, what he said post-match, I don't know why, and I don't really want to be pessimistic right now, but today's game, from the reactions that he had, if you analyze his emotional game, his body language game and everything, I see a player who knows that this was his last derby with us and with his club and with the club that he loves and with his boyhood club. I don't know what tells me this, but the fact that he cried after the goal, the fact that he went post-match, the fact that he didn't really celebrate that goal, but that he let his emotions run over him, the fact that post-match, he basically said that he doesn't know what will happen in the future, that life is very unpredictable, but that there is one thing that people should never question him about, and one thing that he will never be caught off guard for, and that's his love for this football club. And I don't know why, but it's like... Yeah, it's like... I get the feeling that he knew that this was his last derby. Football is unpredictable. I don't want to be the guy now, all of a sudden, after a derby goal that goes extend his contract, because we've made this mistake far too many times. I love that man. I love that man. I really do. I love that man, and I'm so happy for him because he deserves it more than anyone. He really does. But it's not one game that will make the club decide your future. I think the club has made it very clear. They don't want Pellegrini anymore. They're not going to extend his contract. So, of course, they're not going to let one good game against Lazio change this. The only way I can see Pellegrini kind of winning this faith from his club is if from now to Christmas he like locks in and has the season of his life. Like if in these next 4 months up to the January window, Pellegrini transforms, and I mean transforms, not one goal every 5 games, like genuinely transforms. If Gasperini drugs him, if Gasperini works his magic and gets him back, like to a level that we've never seen before, then yes, I think the club will extend him. But I've got questions on whether that will happen. I would love for it to happen. I really would. But I'm not gonna let one derby goal change my opinion. I think you need a miracle to get Pellegrini back and to get the faith back in the club. Because the club has made it far too noticeable and clear that they don't want him anymore. Which, look, I can understand. Sometimes in life it's hard to say. It's hard to say stop. Sometimes it's hard to accept a divorce, but maybe it's the best thing possible. So I would love for him to prove us wrong. I would love for him to return into the player he was in Jose's first season. I would love it. But I also do realize that I think you need a miracle for it to happen, because emotionally I think Pellegrini understood that, this club doesn't want him anymore. And I think to get a player back when he has his club, not against him, because the club isn't against him, but the club has made it clear that they have no intention in extending his contract, then you also need to be an emotionally strong player to start a solid redemption arc. But we'll see. The important for him today was that he scored. And as I said before, it was written in the Bible that Pellegrini was going to score today. It's just the God of football, it genuinely is the God of football. The God of football allows for these things. So yeah, I'm so happy for him. Let's read a few comments, guys, and then I'm gonna end it. If Pellegrini is happy, I am happy. If Pellegrini is sad, I am sad. Called it yesterday. If Pellegrini starts, he get man of the match. Hello, Simo. Ciao, Giulio. Devni Wrench with his best Roma display so far. My boy is underrated. A great game from him, I agree. Is Roma going for the title? No, bro. Kone is 79 rated in FIFA. Yeah, I mean, the world hasn't realized who Manu Kone is. And I'm very proud about that, because the second the media and the world starts realizing who he is, he'll be out the following day. He is too good. He is so good, and he is clearly like the best player out of all. Like today, out of the 22 players on the pitch, there were players here like Zvelor, Sule, good players. There were players here, bad players, like majority of Lazio's team. There were, teams in our team that are also around that level, and then there is Manu Kone up here. Like Manu Kone is like a lighthouse over the rest. He's a different class. So the way he just stops the ball and progresses, the way he stops the ball, and like it's the only way you stop that man is by fouling him, and that foul today costed a red card to them. Can you explain the Mr. Bean banner? It's just mockery. There isn't really a lot of explaining to do. He deserves to start against Leo, says Gulu. Broski, we absolutely need to collab, says Gabrus Gabra. Really happy for Pellegrini, says Diana. You think Pellegrini will be holder in the next game? I don't know. Now we've got Europa League kicking in. I'm leaving for Nice on Tuesday, so we'll be there in Nice, of course, to cover the game. Yeah, it's interesting to see that there are going to be rotations, of course, but we'll speak about Nice tomorrow because we're playing on Wednesday. Because the difference this year is that we don't always play on a Thursday. We play on a Wednesday too. So yeah, we'll be there in Nice. Can't wait. Right, guys, I'm going to end it here. Please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You know what? 200 likes a day, and it would be great to do it for Lorenzo Pellegrini. We knew it. We predicted it. We read the stars better than anyone else. Subscribe to the channel. Forza Roma sempre. Another derby hours. Talk to you soon. See you out.